Page 5, question 13. We have z to a power times z to a power divided by z to a power. Why don't we try simplifying the numerator first? It might not be as bad as it looks. We're supposed to add the exponents. 5 halves added to negative 1 halves. 5 and negative 1 is 4, so we get 4 halves. And the denominator didn't change a bit. Now we have z to the 4 halves, and I know we could change that to a 2, but I'm not going to bother. Divided by z to the 1/3. When we have variable to a power divided by variable to a power, you might remember we look for the larger power of the variable. 4 halves is bigger than 1/3. We leave the variable where the larger power is, and we simply subtract exponents. So this is going to be z to the 4 halves minus 1/3. And to do the subtraction here, we need a common denominator. We could change both things to sixths. If I multiply the top and bottom of this by 3, I get 12 sixths. And if I multiply the top and bottom of this by 2, I get 2 sixths. And then subtracting, I get z to the 10 sixths, and I can reduce that to z to the 5/3. Okay, and this is not the only way to do it, but that's how I did it just now. And finally, question 14. I'm going to use this space down here. I hope that's okay. This 25 doesn't have any perfect cube buried in it, neither does 5, of course. But if we multiply these two together, remember we have that property of radicals that says if you want to, you can multiply them together and keep them under the same index radical. 25 times 5 is 125. Y to the 5th, y to the 2nd, we get y to the 7th. Now we're on more familiar territory. This is a perfect cube. That's the 3rd power of 5. And this, of course, we can break down. And I'm doing more writing than is necessary, but it's because I'm explaining. I'm factoring the y to the 7th into the biggest possible divisible by 3 exponent for the y term. So now this is going to change and this is going to change. This becomes a plain old 5. And this becomes y to the 6 divided by 3 is 2. All that remains in the radical is just a plain old y. So we have 5y squared cube root y. And that's the end of the practice midterm from Aleks. Thanks for watching.